Hey, I'm bored and I am sitting by a computer with some scrambles. So I figured let's do an example. So I'm actually going to move my camera because knowing me, I won't have the scramble in the description or anything. So that's the scramble I'm going to use. Oh, let's get it all the way out. There we go. You can see me in the background looking like a dork. Um, I'm going to use that scramble. I have not looked at it. I just picked it. So I'll actually do this in front of you because I've had some people telling me that they have a hard time with D prime and B prime. So that's just something you're going to have to get used to. I made an example solve kind of directed towards that. But that's just something you have to get used to. You know, this is a D prime. I just always know that. My right finger flick is a D prime. This is a B prime. I always know that. If you're having a hard time thinking about it, just remember, so F, this is an F prime, and you can see that. B is going to be opposite. So if this is, or not, that's not F prime, that's F. So this is B prime. They're opposites, right? So if I do an F prime, this direction will be this way, which would make it a B, right? It doesn't look like it from our perspective. Going like this, that's counterclockwise. But if we flip it around, so from here to here, right? Here to here, that's clockwise, right? Anyhow, just wanted to get that out of the way. Those are something you might have to look at it, you know? You might have to turn it around and say, okay, this way is clockwise. You're just going to have to do that and get used to it. Just bite the bullet, you know, there's nothing else you could do. So start the scramble. So it's L2, D prime, L2, U prime, R2, B2, D, L2, U2, R2, U, R, D, L prime, B, R, D prime, F, U prime, R prime. I hope I didn't mess any of that up. So now let's take a look at this. I might mess up the perspective. I'm going to try and move you around because I'm not going to look through the camera. It'll just mess me up. First thing I noticed is this, and it looks like it's in a decent spot. Almost in a decent spot. So what I will do, probably insert this, but that means I have to do something like that, and not exactly sure how I like that. But now that I look at it, since I did those moves, this is a great way to practice, is before you start your timer, do a few moves, see what you like. And that's what I used to do, and it helped me understand my inspection a lot better. So what I just noticed from doing those moves is that here I can make that block, right? And I hope you're noticing this too. So if I do F2, that's my first move, and remember that F2, L2. That'll solve this. And we have this in the back. It doesn't break it. But how can we make this better, right? So we solve this. This is solved. Our red and green will end up here, oriented. And this will end up here. So what I'm seeing is I could do F2, L2. And we see this here. We also know that this case, I could also do something like that, right? So I could insert if this were over here, but this would have to be oriented. Guess what? It is. So how I would deal with this is I'd do an F2, U2, L2. Insert my D, and that'll fix my 2x2, and then I could just C-FOP style that. Right? Next, as I'm solving this, I see I have this solved, and I'm going to go straight in and solve that, just like that, right? This is kind of something that's going to come with intuition. When I first started out, I could never cancel into moves like this. I kind of just remember, honestly, I don't know what I remember. I just kind of have gotten used to it. So I know that this goes to this side instead of this side. I guess a good way to look at it is, since it is oriented, I know that it can go in. And we can tell it's oriented because green's on top and our block color is on the side. It's not on top or bottom. So this is oriented, so I know it can fit in here without having to do any funny business like like that. So I know I don't have to do that. Actually, another way to deal with this, I'll show you in a second. But I know I can see that the trail for this pair goes here, 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 and here. So it's either going to go here or here. It goes here because it's oriented, and that's just where the pair goes. So that means I'm going to have to put the orange towards that direction. I don't know if that helps. That's just my kind of mindset. But now looking at this, I see a better way to do this. Now, I probably wouldn't see this in a solve just because my efficiency is lacking. I'm not afraid to admit it. But so a better way to do this would be to pair your orange up just like that and do a U2. Pair this down here, build a 2x2, and do that. And look at that, we got a first block or a second block in 5 moves. That was a really efficient thing to do, right? Here we have CMLL. Now, I know this case. I'm actually finally learning my antecedents, so I do know this case. However, I'm not going to do it. I'm actually going to do a 2-look version because a lot of people are out there still doing 2-look. So if you want to follow with me, you're going to do this one, which is going to be in R prime, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U2, R. That's going to give us this, and I think the pair's in the back, yeah. So a great thing to know, if you're still using 2-look and you plan on using 2-look until your 20s, some people, not I wouldn't say a lot, I know a few people who still haven't learned 2-look and are averaging around 20 seconds. So you don't actually have to learn full look or full 1-look. However, it does help. But if you're not, one thing that you might want to work on, and this will benefit you in the long run because it's still something I'm learning. Start studying what the algorithm does. So for this case, like I said, since I'm doing 2-look, I know that the pair's in the back because I just recognize the case, right? Because this is a column, so you got orange here, red here. Pair's in the back, which means I don't even have to look at it, and I could just go right into my J-perm, right? So now I'm finding these pieces, and I should have done it like that. That was a waste of move. All right, so you would have gone like this. Now orange is in the back, put red in the front, M prime, U2, M prime, we got these solved. I'm going to look over here, this matches blue, which means we're going to start with an M prime or M. More hiccups, gosh. We're going to do M prime, because we can't put this over here, see? Go like that, it's not going to make a line. That's what you want to do, is you want to make a line with this lone piece. That's what I always tell people. So we're going to do an M prime. You can see that makes a line. And then from here, it's kind of simple. All right, still bored. That was 7 minutes long, so let's make another scramble. I really like that one. That was a really fun scramble. Had really cool tricks in it. So here's the scramble we're going to do now. You can pause and take a look at that. Or you can scramble along with me if that's what you're into. So it's going to be R2, B2, U2, R2, D prime, R2, U, L2, D2, F, R2, F prime, L prime U, R, F, L prime, D2, L prime. Alright, so let me look at this one. We have this pair here, which means we can do yellow or green bottom. Now here's yellow on top. Now whenever I try to make use of a pair like this is actually exactly what I look for. Now this piece, I don't like it being attached, but I could do something like that, right? So I see this here, I know I could do this, like that, and have it done. Another thing I'm going to notice, and again, I see this from making these moves first. Now, you're not allowed to do this in inspection, in a proper inspection. So you got to keep in mind you can't do that. But I do see I make this line, and that's over here. Our piece is over here. So I'm not exactly sure how I would deal with that. I think what I would do is, just a proper continue on with this, do a B. You don't want to regrip if you don't have to. So let's see how we can do this without regrip. So here, here, here. I would probably do that, knowing me. It just would come out like that. Hold on. Hold the front door. There we go. Okay, I had to fix the scramble. So we come here, like that. Try and minimize regrips. And see, here's the thing with your B moves is that you're now going to have to regrip. And that's just the best way to do them. But we can insert that there and make our block. Now I know this is here. I was paying attention for that. And I think it's safe. I was also paying attention for these. So I think it's safe to do something like this. Like that. And I would solve it like this probably. And then pulling that back down there with a R prime. I was also paying attention for this. I guess I should speak up a little bit more. You solve it like that, and then R wide to pull your white up. It's always a good trick. So now this case is a forward slash. We're going to go along with the CMLL. Because this is a pi case, this is one of the cases that I suggest learning first. Just because you're going to get your H's, your pi's, and then soons. That's how most people do it. So let's take a look at this pi case. We're going to do this. I'm assuming you're using the same algorithm. This is a 2-2 CMLL, or LSE, sorry. I don't know ELLR, so we're just going to do the M prime U2, M prime U2, and then arrow. So M prime U2, M prime U2. Gonna get an arrow case here. This is a bad arrow, so no we could do about that. But you see we're gonna end up like this. Another way to deal with this would have been like that, but I actually like leaving this up here. So this is how we started. This is how we're ending. I'm going to bring this up front. Whenever I do these, now this is just my opinion. You don't have to do this, but it might also help you at the same time. Whenever I do these kind of cases where I have red in the orange or, you know, blue in the green, I like to bring this up front. And the reason being is because I could do that a lot faster than if we brought it to the back. I don't know, it's probably just me. My personal ergonomics. How do we have it like this? Yeah, we had it like that. Okay. So that's probably just my personal ergonomics. But you don't have to incorporate that. That's just something I like to do. Now, this is orange, so it's going to go to the left. We're going to look to the left. See green. We have another green. This is my edge. Yeah. So I knew that before I turned it because I could see that this green matched here. So that means this is a pair. And this green, well, this white matched here. So that means one of these two are the bottom. I kind of just took a wild guess. Now I know this is blue in the back and this is blue here. I just don't know what colors they are. And I think actually if this is yellow, this is yellow. No, these are opposite. So if this is yellow, this is white, if that makes sense. So with all this information, green, green, white, white, these are pairs. So I know it's one of the backs. This blue doesn't match this, and it's white, so it doesn't match. So it matches this, right? So that means this is yellow, so it goes yellow, white, blue, green. Those are all different colors. None of those match, so I know it's this guy. Now again, since these two edges match each other, which we find out from glancing to that side, we know it's an M prime or an M. In this case, it's going to be an M prime, and that's going to bring this to the top layer. U2 will make our line, then M, and then U2. Solve it. So 13 minutes, I think that's good enough to call it quits. I think what I'm going to do is make another video. I don't want to spam too many videos, but I am trying to get into more videos. It's just been lazy, right? So hopefully I'll see y'all again, and hopefully I'll upload this video. I've made so many that I just haven't uploaded. I want to get into it, so if you found this helpful, leave a like. Go to the Roux Cubing subreddit on Reddit and follow us there. We have moderators who answer every single question you have. I swear to God, if you look at the Reddit, you will find that we have so many questions that have answers to them. I've yet to see somebody make a post without an answer. And I think we might be starting up a Discord. I don't know. We have a personal mod Discord going on right now. We might set up a whole Discord, but we probably would just use the Cubers Discord. Honestly, I think that'd probably be something we do. Anyhow, yeah, if you want to chat with us, you can always do that. I don't know what else to say. Anyhow, I guess have a good day.